Hey guys, Infectedone here, and this is the final video in the Me Teaching Captain Jumper series. This is our third and final game, and it's just going to build on what I've already been saying, so if you haven't watched the first two games, then I'd advise you to go watch them. We previously talked a lot about the importance of scouting, and in this final game I figured I'd just try something that only really works when you don't scout. I also allow my macro to slip for two reasons. In this game I get up to 3,000 minerals before the end, and and I'm just going to explain to you why I did that. Firstly, it's only training, and I'm only playing these games to make the points that I want to make. So when I'm like, two-raxing or whatever, and I have killed off a hatch and I'm pushing and pushing, the fact that I can do all this with 3,000 minerals to spare shows how much more behind he is. And secondly, I'm just terrible at Terran. I'm not going to lie, that's a key factor. But back to the game, Captain Jumper here, he's gone for a 10 pool, but he got this Overlord before the pool. Now this just delays the spawning pool like what we said in the first video, and also he can't build with this Overlord. Ideally, once your Overlord pops, you want a build straight away, but because the pool's being constructed, he can't get off like a 3-drone push straight away, so it's really a little bit of a waste. I'd always advise, if you're not going to build any drones in between the Overlord and the pool, then get the pool first. It's just smart to do so. Also, this placement here is not the best. I'd always advise putting your pool here, just so you're taking away access routes into the base. I mean, yeah, if you bring some Marines in, then your pool could get shot at, but on the other hand, your drones are going to get shot at, and your pools can tank a lot more damage. So just a little bit of a note there. I think Jumper here decided to go once again with this Moss Benicia style play of drones and queens, but we'll see how this turns out for him. Like I said before, if he could have, he ideally wants to be sending drone scout out. At this point, everything looks pretty normal for Terran, but he could have got a drone in the base here, and he could have seen, look, no gas, so he's probably going to be going for a marine pressure play or a fast expand. And here, an important note with Captain Jumper. Picture yourself as Captain Jumper, and I just want to see if you guys notice. Did you see it? If Captain Jumper barely saw it right at the end. We can't actually see it anymore on the Overlord screen, but right here, he's just seen 3 dots come down on the screen. He's kind of lucky that this Overlord caught it. He, ideally, with this pool up, wants to have a Zergling here scouting already, but, sometimes you gotta have a little bit of luck. And so, whenever you see multiple red dots on your minimap coming down the screen, that's obviously a pressure play. If it's Terran, you know it's a bunker rush, so you gotta be ready for that. And but it's interesting, the response here. I haven't actually seen this part. Jumper sees the play, but he took a long time to make these Zerglings, and he elected to make the spine crawler first. I like the spine crawler because you are going to be under a lot of pressure, but you need a queen out fast to help tank damage. You need these Zerglings. If this was me in his exact position, I'm going to be going straight 4S ZZZ, Zerglings out, 4Q queen, and then the spine crawler, as it's not quite as important. Now here I'm being kind of cheesy and building these second racks down here. Well, even more cheesy than what this build is. For those of you that don't know, the Zergling hasn't the best sight radius, and a bit of a rookie error here by Jumper. He's seen these units pushing down here, so my advice would be always in these situations swing around here. If he hasn't attacked, then he's probably either going to be around here or pulled back, and the time it takes you to just come down here isn't really going to affect you in any way. So also his units are on move command right now, so you really almost always want to have them on attack, and you got to keep your eye on your minimap. Like down here, Now that hatchery spawned, he can see the bunker, and you're gonna know that you're in a lot of trouble here. You need to be producing here as well. I'm sorry, saying here a lot. You need to be producing. He's got 2 drones down at his natural. That 2 live down at his natural. These could need to be made into zerglings pretty quickly. He's got 600 minerals, so that's a fair chunk of spine crawlers and queens he could be dishing out. Yes, let's just continue through the game. Bring the lings down. You know, just taking out defense. At this point, though, he should have pulled back with the lings. There's no way he's going to win this fight. Perhaps even should have just targeted down this barracks, made it lift so it can't produce. He's pulling drones here to help fight the bunker, but you know he sent a couple of drones in it already. But even if you send 7 drones with a SCV repairing, it's really not going to do that much damage, and he's just throwing away money here. Big spawning, I like this. Maybe you want to make a queen down here, just 'cause in this situation you are in a lot of trouble, so every little helps. But at this point, you know, it's pretty much GG. I mean, in a real game, this is pretty much over. I mean, you fight on, as he could mess up, but you know, our macro at this is about the same levels. So, like in this game, it's about the same level. So we're pretty even on the economy, on how much we spent. Sorry, and he has more drones, but I have more units, quite clearly. And here, this natural's on pretty much locked down. He has to start, because of this. He has to start spawning units to help deal with any pressure that I may apply. And because he's just trapped inside his main base, I'm very free right now, if I've been playing up to any decent level, to just take a expand here, macro up, and I'm in a really dominant position. I mean, I've got 3 racks out. He's stuck on layer. He's stuck on hatch, so he has no gas. It's just a really bad position to be in. So we'll just play it through. Just constant little pressure on the hatchery. If you're going to fight this, I'd like to see a gas to get the baling nest out, and maybe the spine crawler, and just constant queen production with this amount of money. I mean, you're not going to spend this, so even if those queens can tank just a little bit of damage, it's worth it. And yeah, again, in situations like that, you really need to pull back the zerglings, so you don't just take a pounding. Here, just sending some scouting units. Just allowing these drones to die. You need to be sending these zerglings into deal quicker. But yeah, at this point it's pretty much GG, and it goes to show the importance of early scouting and just being aware. And see here, he elects to pull back, but once again, you just gotta have this unit control to know that you've got to pull back at times. And at this point, it's GG. So, just some basic things here. Jumper, I'd love to do some more lessons with you. It's great fun, and some basic things that I'd like to see before we in our next games that we play. Particularly on Zelnaga, your overlord scouting pattern, you need an overlord here and here, but ideally you want to be going up and then right, so you're not just losing this overlord really easily. To be honest, a little note here that if you want to be super special, you want to send your first overlord here, your second overlord here, above your natural. This overlord is essentially in ZVP or ZVT, as it will give you vision where your hatchery doesn't have vision, so you'll be able to see this bunker going up, and instantly you'll be like, crap, bunker rusher, zerglings, straight away. And your third overlord should be this one here, ideally. You need to also just work on your macro, man. Like, if it's getting like this, throw down macro hatches, build queens. You know what I'm talking about. And we'll talk about a build that'd be good. I still like the 11 pool build, but if you want to try this Manishiwa style, we can work on that. But yeah, just scouting, man. You need to send that drone in also, checking the gas, and lings here. those are the main things that need to be worked on. Scouting, overlord patterns, and just a scouting link there and macro. That's it. If you do that and your macro improves, I'm very confident that just by knowing that you can easily get to silver. So yep, thanks for watching guys, and keep tuned for more videos.